Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. This is the Havamal series, and this week we are looking at verse 46, and we will begin by comparing and contrasting three different translations. The first translation reads, Yet further of him who thou trustest ill, and whose mind thou dost misdoubt, thou shalt laugh with him, but withhold thy thought, for gift with like gift should be repaid. Olive Bray. Next translation. But of him yet further, whom thou little trustest, and thou suspectest his affection, before him thou shouldst laugh, and contrary to thy thoughts speak, requital should the gift resemble. And that's from vikingurge.org. Last translation from the Cowboy Havamal. Now this fella you don't trust, that's not to say you shouldn't talk to him, laugh with him even. Hell, who can you trust? But repay him just what he gives you. And that's, of course, is Dr. Jackson Crawford. There's an important life lesson in this verse, and it's incredibly timely for us today. It is that we do not treat untrustworthy people the same way we treat those who are trustworthy. And it drives me crazy when people present this idea that if you hold dishonest people accountable, or that if you treat them differently or you're less than forthcoming with people known to be dishonest, that it somehow constitutes that you have abandoned your principles. Nothing could be further from the truth, and it gets people hurt when they buy into that kind of sophistry, because it requires people to ignore reality and the individual's track record and the consequences that you may have already experienced from putting trust in the wrong person. How is this anything other than a pattern of knowingly submitting to abuse? If you take a look at people who require others to live up to their highest and most honorable standards, but fail to reciprocate the same, you'll notice that that won't be the end of the double standards they promote, and that there will be a track record of using people for their own ends and distorting the truth whenever it suits them. Now, what I love about this verse is that it flat out contradicts these unhealthy narratives. It isn't about promoting rudeness or needlessly creating controversy, but it is about knowing and acknowledging who you are dealing with, remembering the past, then being watchful and being prepared to treat treachery as treachery. And that is the beginning of justice. Part of being just is to acknowledge what something is, and the application of justice does involve retribution. Now, different societies throughout history have debated in what manner that is best done, but what is consistent is that misdeeds have to be stopped and punished. When a society abandons that principle, the decline and the destruction of that society swiftly follows. And on the personal level, the advice is very clear. Don't reward bad behavior with good. This isn't being mean or sinking to their level. It's about doing what is right, and it serves as a reminder that there are codes of conduct and standards worth upholding. So very stern, hard-nosed advice from the Havamal today. I love it. Let me know what you got out of this particular verse, either in the comment section or in the Gilded group. I would really love to hear a little bit of feedback on what other people think about these verses. I think it could lead to a really interesting discussion. So hopefully someone will be kind enough to indulge me on that. But that will do it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.